You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and White Network supporters, make sure you check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. Link in the description. Use promo code USA First, all one word. USA First, all one word. 25% off now. I'm back. Rudrans for Black and White Sports 2. We're going to talk about Trey Lance, Jimmy Garoppolo, Brock Purdy, the number 3 quarterback for the 49ers. As we know, the 49ers shocked the world by re-signing Jimmy Garoppolo as the backup. Now, I think that is a great move. As a lifelong 49ers fan, I love it. This is a win-now roster, and it offers some protection for various reasons, whether it is Trey Lance gets hurt or Trey Lance doesn't play up to the level that this roster deserves. And I think a lot of people are sort of concerned about that. And look, I'm pulling for Trey Lance. I hope he turns out to be Patrick Mahomes. But I'm a little bit afraid that the 49ers thought that's exactly what they were drafting, when I don't believe it ever was. When I did the evaluation of those quarterbacks coming out of the draft, I had Trevor Lawrence, I had Mac Jones, I had Zach Wilson, I had Trey Lance, and I had Justin Fields. I'm wrong. I mean, Justin Fields should have been ahead of Trey Lance in that evaluation. He looks better from the film, all the film I've seen since, than Trey Lance. I'm just keeping it real. And there have been times, if we're being honest, Trey Lance hasn't looked good. Sure, he's flashed a couple of big plays. But in this offense, and this has always been my contention, in this offense of Kyle Shanahan's, I'm not sure why he ever drafted Trey Lance. It never made any sense. Mac Jones was the pick there. If you were dead set on taking a quarterback to replace Jimmy Garoppolo, Mac Jones was the guy. I would have taken Mac Jones over Zach Wilson, personally speaking. I would have. Why? Because of Kyle Shanahan. Kyle likes Garoppolo, Kirk Cousins, those kind of guys, right? Guys that are really, really strong in short to intermediate passing. I mean, look at what Mac Jones has done. That's been neither here nor there, but you get the point. He's struggling right now because I think the Patriots made a colossal mistake in not going and getting Bill O'Brien to come back and be their offensive coordinator. It's ridiculous. So I'm going to give you a bold prediction. Let's go over this real fast because it's going to tie into what I'm talking about into my bold prediction. 49ers are keeping Brock Purdy and cutting Nate Sudfeld. Okay, Purdy, the final selection of the 2022 draft, will serve as the third quarterback behind Trey Lance and Jimmy Garoppolo. The news earlier this week, Garoppolo's return on a reworked contract sealed the fate of Sudfeld despite a $2 million guaranteed salary. Purdy went 30 for 49 for 346, 1 touchdown, 1 pick in 3 preseason games. By the way, Nate Sudfeld didn't look terrible, but you can tell Brock Purdy's got something. All right? He's just got something right there. And I believe Kyle Shanahan knows Brock Purdy's got something too. It doesn't matter if this guy's the last pick in the draft. Okay? There's been undrafted quarterbacks that have went out and become something, truly something in the NFL. So really and truly, that doesn't matter. Tom Brady was a 6th. Let us not forget that, right? So that's the backup situation. They wanted to keep Purdy on this roster. Matt Miyoko. It's not so clear that Trey Lance is the number 1 quarterback. That's right. This is what Matt Miyoko said. The first takeaway is that 49ers quarterback room is better. There's no question about it. Trey Lance did not have a safety net with Nate Sudfeld or with Brock Purdy. I agree. Brock Purdy is not ready to come in and have to step up and play. Now, not only does he have a safety net, if the 49ers lose September 11th at Chicago and Trey Lance doesn't play well, that safety net might just become a trampoline that bounces over Trey Lance and could be the starter next week. Look, there's a lot of people that speculate that behind the scenes, the 49ers right now are starting to potentially realize that they just flat missed. That they missed on the pick, and they're trying to be smart in protecting themselves with this roster that is so good right now. And it's a Super Bowl roster. It is. You can't waste a Super Bowl roster. If they start out 1-3 or 1-4 and Lance is struggling, there's going to be a problem. There truly is. This team should not waste a season with this roster. I've long believed the 49ers were the most interesting team in football heading into the season. Now there's no question, because if Trey Lance experiences up and downs, like we all know that he will, but he contributes to a loss or two, this puts everybody in a difficult position. I think we could probably all agree last year that the best quarterback to lead the 49ers was Jimmy Garoppolo, no question. Now, they made the no questions asked. They made the questions asked. Trey Lance is the starter. Quote, we're moving on. Now it's not so clear that the number one quarterback is the number one quarterback, and the onus is certainly on Trey Lance to prove it every week. That's absolutely it. And I think, look, there was reports out there from last year that when Trey Lance came in, that Kyle Shanahan was hoping that Trey Lance was going to pick it up and actually keep that job from Jimmy Garoppolo, but he didn't. And not only did he not do that, Kyle Shanahan lost so much faith in him that the idea that they were going to have Trey Lance packages in these games, he abandoned that. Okay, he wasn't even comfortable running these Trey Lance packages anymore. Okay, think about this a minute, and I don't know why nobody doesn't think about this. Garoppolo's shoulder was injured. His thumb was injured. He still didn't feel like he could play Trey Lance. Think about that a minute, okay? This dual threat quarterback, Kyle Shanahan still wasn't comfortable with putting in. All right? He sent a Jimmy Garoppolo that was a shell of himself out on the field instead of, at the end of the year, putting Trey Lance in the game to come in and start. Think about that a minute. Now, I'm going to make a bold prediction, and I'm just going to keep it real. I think there is something to Brock Purdy. I truly do. And I think Kyle Shanahan, I think he knows that as well. Okay? He fits the mold of what Kyle Shanahan wants out of a quarterback. Short and intermediate passing, very good. And I think we're looking at a situation, and this is my bold prediction. And 49ers fans are going to be furious. That's fine. I get to take swings too. I don't think Trey Lance is going to work out. I don't. Okay? I have had that feeling the whole time. And from the very beginning, I hated that we traded so much capital, and then this was the guy we took. Okay? I don't think he's going to work out. But I think Kyle Shanahan, in the back of his mind, and this is speculation, but I think he thinks he might have his quarterback on the roster of the future. And it's not Trey Lance, but it's Brock Purdy. And I know you're thinking, whoa, first round pick, last pick of the draft, blah, 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 blah. Really? Just look at the numbers. Go watch the kid's film. The guy can play. And for what I've seen, outside of 10 flash plays by Trey Lance, when we're talking about Kyle Shanahan's system that he wants to run, Brock Purdy fits the bill better than Trey Lance. I understand that's bold, okay, and I understand that's going to get me some hate. How can you say that? You're a 49ers fan, blah, blah, blah. Don't care. Okay, I'm going to be objective. There's things I just haven't. Look, Trey Lance is not Patrick Mahomes. I know they thought that's what they were getting, and it's sort of my contention that a lot of franchises may end up crashing their franchises trying to get a Patrick Mahomes. Patrick is a once-in-a-lifetime outlier talent. Okay? I mean, a gunslinger that is mobile. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is something akin to Brett Favre. How many Brett Favres have we ever seen in the league? All right? you shouldn't draft quarterbacks based on Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he's an outlier, okay? Even Lamar Jackson, and Lamar, I really like Lamar a lot, but he would struggle in this offense. Short and intermediate passing, Lamar likes to throw bombs and run. You see what I'm saying? It is an issue. And I just think if Kyle Shanahan is going to be successful and remain the coach of this team, I don't know necessarily that Trey Lance is going to be the guy. Right? For full disclosure, I don't think Jalen Hurts is going to work out in Philadelphia ultimately. I don't think he's accurate enough. And I don't think Trey Lance is accurate enough in an offensive system where accuracy is a premium. You know, I mean, sometimes, and I've noticed it, and every fan base is this way, but I noticed that fans that are not fans of the 49ers but has watched everybody play, I see that fans of other teams can objectively take a step back, watch Trey Lance on film, watch him in games, and go, I don't know about that guy. But somebody like Jimmy Garoppolo can come into a game and run an offense, and those fans can tell, okay, that guy's a good quarterback. That guy can run this offense the way it needs to be run. You know, fans of sometimes the worst enemy of teams, as far as the fan base go, is the fan that watches the team and roots for them. Got to be able to take a step back and look objectively at a situation. I'm just calling it. I don't think it's Trey. I think it's Brock eventually. Maybe next year, maybe 2 years from now. But we'll find out. I just say he fits the prototypical bill better than Trey Lance does in this offense with Kyle Shanahan. Just saying. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.